Hello everyone, here's the thought for the week. A fellow decides that he's going to take a Sunday afternoon drive in the country. So he does that. Leaves the city, goes out into the bush, and he's driving down this lovely back road. There's no other traffic around, so he's driving really quite slowly, with forests on the right hand side and fields and farms on the left hand side. And it's just a really pleasant day. As he's driving along, he sees a chicken up ahead of him on the side of the road. And as he approaches the chicken, this chicken starts to pick up speed. In fact, it starts to match his speed. He's doing 60 kilometres an hour, which is, if you're running, that's huge. Who can do 60 kilometres an hour? What animal can do that? Maybe a leopard, I don't know, but certainly a chook, really. This chook's doing 60 kilometres an hour, and he can't believe it. And the chook's right alongside the car, so he winds the window down and has a closer look at the chicken as he's driving along, and he sees it's got 3 legs. A 3-legged chicken. Who would have thought? This is impossible. What a freak of nature. Anyway, the chook's matching the speed, so he puts his foot down and brings it up to 70 k's, and the chicken matches the speed. Unbelievable. He puts his foot down a little bit more and gets up to 80 kilometres an hour, and there's the chook matching his speed. This is just incredible. The next thing he knows, the chicken doubles its speed, zips on ahead of him, cuts hard left and across the car and up a side road, up a dirt road. Now the guy puts on his brakes, reverses up, drives up the dirt road. He's just got to check this out. And as he gets towards the end of that dirt road, he finds that he's on private property, he's on a farm. And there's the farmer outside of his house. So the man gets out of the car and approaches the farmer and apologises for driving up a private road, but says he couldn't help himself because he'd just been following this 3-legged chicken who was running at more than 80 kilometres an hour. And the farmer says, "Oh yeah, that's my chicken. We breed three-legged chickens here." And the man goes, "Why? Why would you breed 3-legged chickens?" And he says, "Well, you like drumsticks, don't you?" "Yes." Says, "Are you married?" "Yeah." "Does your wife like drumsticks?" "Yes." "Yeah." "What if a visitor turns up when you're cooking?" The penny drops for the man. He says, "Oh, that's a brilliant marketing ploy. What a great thing, 3-legged chickens, that's fantastic." He says, "What do they taste like?" And the farmer goes, "I've got no idea. I've never been able to catch one." Sorry, dead joke. But how many times in our lives do we feel like 3-legged chickens? I'm in a job that I've always got a full to-do list, and I work with people, teachers mainly, who have full to-do lists. In fact, it's towards the end of the year now. We're coming up to the last few weeks of school, and their agendas are just so full that it's overwhelming. So there's that, there's work, but then there's home life as well. There's things we need to do at home. And they might be practical things around the house, but it may well be relational stuff. But our agendas are full. We've just got too much to do. We have to get things done. Our agendas, our work lists, our to-do lists, I imagine pretty full. But we have more than that, don't we? We tend to fill up every moment of the day, especially if we're running for something. If we feel like we're being pursued like a 3-legged chook, we'll run at great speeds to avoid some things and fill up the day with things that we feel like we just have to do, but really don't. Our agendas aren't as full as we think. And I know this from personal experience because I was a workaholic when I was younger, and I'm still prone to filling up every minute of the day with things that just have to be done, but actually really don't. It's easy to fail to prioritise, especially when we feel like we're being pursued by work duties, by family duties, and by the pressure all around us from people who have expectations, much of which is imagined and not real at all. I mean, the boss has genuine expectations. Our spouse and our children may have reasonable expectations of us, but we begin to imagine and develop ideas in our heads that people are thinking of us more than they really are and are expecting more of us than we're actually able to give. So we end up running from life, not just from our agendas, but running from life. In 1 Peter, Peter says, "Be alert and sober of mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." I think that's how we feel often, as if the devil is pursuing us. The devil in the detail of our agendas, of our lists of to-do, looking to devour us, and we just run and run and run. And we may scream out to God on occasion saying, I need to stop, help me, renew me, restore me, give me the energy that I lack, help me get through the next day, I just need some more energy. And God sits there quietly with a lovely smile on his face going, yeah, I get that, but if you just stop for a moment and allow me to minister to you, I could do that. But we're too busy running from ourselves mostly. The emotional stuff that we need to deal with within ourselves that would give us the energy and the strength of character and the wisdom and the understanding then to address relational issues and work issues. And we would learn then to be able to prioritise and let some things go. Be able to say to ourselves, which stuff is going to last until eternity? Which is the stuff that's going to benefit me and benefit other people? And which of it just really doesn't matter? It looks good, it sounds interesting, but maybe I can just let it go. And prioritise. And in that prioritising, also prioritise the stuff of my own heart. What is it that I'm not doing for myself? What is it that I'm avoiding doing for myself? Not selfish things, not things that avoid relationships that are just selfish, but things that are important to relationship. First of all, my relationship with myself. What is it that I'm avoiding giving to myself that would be good for my soul, that would allow God to heal me and to bring me into better relationship with him and with others? In John 10:10, Jesus says, I've come to give you life and to give it to you in abundance. In the Lord's Prayer, we say, give us this day our daily bread. And in the Greek of the New Testament, that word daily means super substantial. It's not just daily provision of whatever it is that we need in each day, but it's a superabundance of it, a super substance of it, something that is substantial in ways we don't understand, that goes beyond the substance of our own experience. It's not like the desk I'm sitting in front that I can knock. It's more than that, more substantial than that, and I don't understand what that is, but God does. And he wants to give it to us. The triune God have been living in relationship with each other since eternity. And they've built up a relationship now that has gifts more than they need, and they want to offer it to us. But to do that, we need to stop. Stop being a chook and running. In fact, in that First Peter, reading that first one, the roaring lion, first thing it says after that, he says we need to stand. Take a stand against the devil's temptations. Take a stand. It's not what a chook does. A chook doesn't want to stand because it's afraid the devil's going to devour it. But we who are with Christ and Christ in us, with all the gifts of God at our fingertips, we are able to stand against. We chickens, we prey, are able to stand against the devil because God is with us. But we can only stand if we stop. So, I don't know, rather than looking at your to-do list this evening, maybe once you get home, before you flick the TV on or go to YouTube and start scrolling, maybe it's time to pull out an old-fashioned pen and paper and make a list of the things that you're running from. And make a list of your soul's needs. You know what they are. They pass your mind all the time. It might take you a few moments to remember them, but I'm sure if you spend 15 minutes this evening, just 15 minutes, making a list of the things that you're running from and a list of the things that you've been avoiding that would be good for your soul and therefore good for your relationships, you might find that God is able to minister to you in just that 15 minutes. Later on, down the road, maybe that could turn into half an hour or an hour. And what could God do in that time? Have a great week. Stop running. See you. For more thoughts of the day, Bible teachings or other resources, please go to the Church Online tab at livingfaith.org.au.